The phone rang just after sunset, its sharp trill slicing through the calm of our living room. I didn't even need to check the screen to know who it was. Some instincts are learned the hard way. Still, I looked. Brenda, my mother-in-law. Across from me, my husband, Liam, lounged on the couch, completely absorbed in an action movie exploding its way through another fictional city. He didn't flinch. Never did. That ringtone had trained him well. "You gonna get that?" he asked lazily, not taking his eyes off the screen. "I guess I'm the only one who ever does," I muttered, answering before the third ring. "Hi, Brenda." "Oh, thank goodness, Sophia," she said, voice trembling just enough to sound fragile but not enough to hide the steel underneath. "I've been beside myself all day. The payment didn't come through." I straightened in my chair. "What payment?" "The mortgage transfer, sweetheart. The $1,500 you send every month. The bank says it never arrived, and now they're threatening a late fee. You know how stressful that is for me." I closed my eyes slowly. I had made that transfer that morning, automated like always. Same account, same confirmation email, same routine we'd followed for years. "Brenda, I sent it," I said evenly. "I have the confirmation." "Oh, I'm sure you think you did," she replied, tone shifting to polite condescension. "These systems make mistakes all the time. Could you just check again? I'm in a terrible state over here." The implication hung heavy. You messed up. "I'll look," I said. "I'll call you back." She brightened instantly. "You're such a blessing, Sophia. Liam is so lucky to have you." The line went dead. I lowered the phone, irritation buzzing through me. "Your mom says the transfer didn't go through." Liam finally glanced over. "Probably a bank glitch. Can't you just check real quick? It'll calm her down." I wanted to argue. I wanted to remind him of the countless emergencies that somehow aligned with shopping sprees and spa weekends, but experience had taught me the futility of that fight. "Fine," I said, "but when it's there, you explain it to her." He smiled, relieved. "Deal." I opened my laptop and logged into our joint savings account, already anticipating the smug satisfaction of proving I was right. The familiar dashboard loaded. I clicked into transaction history. There it was. November 1st, transfer complete, $1,500. Brenda. I scrolled down to screenshot it. That's when I saw the next transaction. And everything inside me stopped. A wire transfer, 3 minutes later, an amount so massive it made my vision blur. Our savings balance dropped to nearly zero. My breath caught as panic flooded in. Fraud, hackers, a mistake. Then I saw the recipient name. Liam. Just Liam. My husband. The room seemed to tilt, reality cracking open beneath my feet. And in that moment, I realized the call from Brenda wasn't a mistake at all. It was bait. What I uncovered next would shatter everything I thought I knew about my marriage and expose a betrayal years in the making. For a long second, I couldn't move. The numbers on the screen felt unreal, like a typo my brain refused to process. 8 years of saving, vacations skipped, overtime worked, plans postponed, gone in a single silent transaction. I stared at the name again, hoping it would change. It didn't. Liam. Not a joint account, not a typo. A private account in his name alone. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it in my ears. Panic clawed up my spine, but something colder followed it. Focus. The part of me that managed crises for a living snapped into control. I printed the transaction, took screenshots, emailed myself copies. Documentation. Always documentation. Then I folded the paper, slid it into my pocket, and walked back into the living room. Nothing had changed there. The TV still blared, popcorn still smelled buttery, Liam still laughed at explosions on screen. I turned the TV off. What the hell? he protested. I didn't answer. I just handed him the paper. "What's this?" he asked, unfolding it casually. I watched his face as the truth landed. Color drained from his skin. His jaw tightened. His hands trembled. "So," I said quietly, "Bankbridge." He swallowed. "Soph, I can explain." "Then explain," I said. "Explain why our savings are empty. Explain the secret account. Explain why my name isn't anywhere on it." "It's complicated." "No," I snapped. "Stealing isn't complicated." He stood abruptly, panic written all over him. "My mom wasn't supposed to call you. She promised she wouldn't." That single sentence hit harder than any confession. She knew. They planned this. "Why?" I asked, my voice breaking despite my effort to stay calm. "What could possibly justify this?" He looked away, shoulders sagging. "It wasn't our money." I blinked. "What?" "It was my dad's inheritance," he said hoarsely. "Mom needs it back." My mind reeled. "Your father didn't leave an inheritance. We paid his debts." "That's what she told me," he whispered. "She lied." He told me everything then. The hidden lockbox, the letter from his father, the $500,000 policy meant for him, money his mother never disclosed, money she let us bleed for years while she played helpless. "And today?" I asked. "I confronted her," he admitted. "She said she'd give it back, but only if I transferred our savings first, as proof I still trusted her." I felt sick. "And you believed her?" "She's my mother." "No," I said softly. "She's a predator." Before he could respond, my phone buzzed in my pocket. An unknown number. 2 sentences. "He made his choice. Now you make yours. Leave by morning, or you'll never see a cent." The war wasn't coming. It had already started. But instead of panicking, I made a decision that would change the balance of power forever. I didn't show Liam the message. Not yet. If I did, he'd rush to defend her, demand explanations, beg for peace, and she'd twist it, paint me as the villain, the greedy wife tearing apart a grieving family. I couldn't let that happen, so I swallowed my rage and forced my voice steady. "We need to fix this," I said. "You should talk to her tomorrow, in person." Relief washed over his face. "Thank you. I knew you'd understand." Understand. The word tasted bitter. "I'm exhausted," I added. "I'm going to lie down." He nodded and turned the TV back on. That was when I moved. In the dark, I packed documents, not clothes. Passports, tax returns, bank statements, proof of every dollar I'd contributed. I retrieved the old folder of Brenda's debts, 8 years of lies neatly filed. I left a vague note, went to my sister's, needed space. Then I walked out into the cold night. But I wasn't running. I was preparing for war. By morning, a judge would make the first move, and Brenda would realize she'd underestimated me. Arthur Vance looked harmless, polite, calm, but when I laid out the evidence, his eyes sharpened. "This isn't just divorce," he said. "This is fraud, extortion." By 10 a.m., a judge froze every account, Brenda's, Liam's, all of it. The calls started immediately. "What did you do?" Liam demanded. "I protected myself," I said. "Goodbye." Brenda's call was worse, pure venom. "You won't get a dime," she hissed. "Too late," I replied. "Everything's frozen." Her scream was satisfying. What followed wasn't loud or dramatic, but it was devastating. Subpoenas revealed everything. Her spending, the lies, the inheritance untouched except for her indulgences. The threat of criminal charges crushed her defense. Liam tried to mediate. I refused. Trust, once broken, doesn't regrow. In the end, Brenda didn't lose everything in court. She lost it at the negotiation table. I received half of all assets, including the inheritance. Our savings returned. More, actually. The house sold. I walked away with 60%. Brenda paid legal fees and lost control. A restraining order sealed it. The last conversation with Liam was quieter than I expected, but final. "I'm sorry," he said. "I know," I replied, but sorry wasn't enough. I walked away without looking back. That night, I finally understood what freedom felt like. Brenda thought I was a pawn. She forgot something important. I kept receipts. She started a war over $1,500. She lost everything over it. And I didn't just survive. I won. Because sometimes losing a marriage is the price of finding yourself, and it's worth every cent.